Hi everyone, ukgirlinsf here with a very breathless video. I'm sick, I've got a chest infection, so it's hard to breathe, but I just have to get this off my chest, this video, and it's about my frustration about the new healthcare plan that Trump is trying to pass in the Senate. I've been listening to the press briefings every day, and one thing I'm certain of is you have to read between the lines and you have to listen to what is not being said as much as listening to what is being said. So a couple of things to think about. Trump is saying that this new plan of his is much better than Obamacare because we have choice now. We always had choice on Obamacare. We had choice in which insurance company we picked, but once you picked it, you then were confined to the rules and restrictions that that insurance company had for their plan. That's not going to change on the new plan with Trump. We're still going to have choice, but once we pick our choice, we're then going to be ruled by their restrictions. Cost. Yes, Obamacare was expensive. I was on Covered California, and I thought there was an accident outside. I was on Covered California, now I'm on Medicaid. So Covered California was expensive, the premiums and the deductibles. But that's not going to change on the new plan of Trump's, because the insurance companies set those prices, not Obama. He didn't set them. Just like Trump's not going to set them. He would have been better off going to the Dems and saying, look, Obama started this new plan. It was great. It made it available to millions more people that could insure themselves. I want to carry that on, but the deductibles and the premiums are too high. We need to work together to bring them down. We need to approach the health insurance companies and ask them to lower their prices, because the bottom line is, people, the insurance companies set the prices and it's all about money. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's not about our medical conditions. It's all to do with the profit they can make. And I would love to know how many politicians on both sides of the aisle have shares in the pharmaceutical industry, the health industry, and the insurance companies. Sorry, the food industry, I meant to say, and the health insurance industry, because they must be getting kickbacks for the healthcare industry to be so powerful in this country. They set the premiums, they set the deductibles, and it's outrageous. If you were to get rid of them, cut the middleman out, which is what they are, we would be able to insure people in this country. Now, one thing that I find absolutely reprehensible is, I'm trying to cover my chins here, the American government can spend trillions on military equipment and might, but they can't spend billions on people, on their health insurance. And Paul Ryan, that smug, I cannot say what I think about him really, but for him to think that this plan is fantastic and he's trying to tout it, why can't I have insurance like you've got, Paul Ryan? Why can't Mr. and Mrs. Joe, average Joe, have the same insurance that you've got? I find it reprehensible that this richest country in the world doesn't give insurance to their people. Now, the health insurance companies apparently need a balance of healthy and unhealthy people to pay into the plan so that costs are not out of whack. You know, they're in balance, the financial balance. And a lot of people didn't take health insurance because they were young and healthy. Well, I've got news for you people. I can understand you thinking, why should I pay into something I don't need? But we're all a paycheck away from disaster. You could lose your job tomorrow, you could be laid off, or your house could burn down, and then you're homeless. Or you get sick, you find out you've got a cancer. And a lot of insurance companies don't cover all cancer treatments, or they don't cover everything. You know, you've got to think of that. It's like maintenance on your car. You pay your insurance as well on your car, so that if you get into an accident, you're covered and the person that's injured is covered. I mean, come on, it's just common sense. You might not need that insurance today, but you might need it down the road. Excuse the pun. But you know what I'm trying to get at? So you've got to think of these things. And for Trump to say that the new plan is so much better than Obamacare, that's bullshit, Trump. It really is. We're not going to be better off. We're going to be worse off. And the fact that you and your cronies and 1% of the population, the wealthy 1%, are going to get a huge tax break is absolutely reprehensible. That's why you're trying to pass this bill. It's not because you think it's fantastic or anything, because if you thought that, you would compare it to Obamacare and realise that you could be making a huge difference if you tried to work with the Dems. I just don't understand. You're trying to destroy everything that Obama did. You must really hate that man. That's all I can say. I really don't think you should repeal and replace. Just look at it and try and bring costs down. Talk to the health insurance companies. In fact, you should really get rid of them. They're the problem. But anyway, so choice, cost, and emergency room care. Yes, we can all have that. But after we leave, we've got follow-up treatments, we've got medications, we've got, other things, treatment. That all costs, and if you're not insured, you're in trouble. So I would just ask all of you to, if you see a press briefing on it, try and educate yourself, try and look behind the lines, because all those people that voted for Trump, who thought health insurance was the deciding factor, who thought, God, I've got the ACA, I haven't got Obamacare. Hello, it's the same thing. It's always been the same thing, just another name. Obamacare was the more popular name for the ACA, and you've got that. And so, why are you voting for Trump? Or why did you vote for Trump on his healthcare issue? It's ridiculous, Educate yourselves. God, I'm out of breath. So, listen, I'm going to go because I'm waffling, but I just had to get that off my chest. So really think about this new healthcare plan. It's not as good as it's cracked up to be. And I think we really are going to be worse off. And if Medicaid is cut, boy, I really am going to die, and that's not being dramatic, that is just reality, because I won't be able to afford my medication and my treatments. And there are millions like me. So we have to do something about it. Take care, everyone. I hope you're healthy. And until the next video, this is UK Girl in SF sounding out and signing off.